Hey guys, okay, so I've been getting a lot of questions about what kind of highlighter that I use, so I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that today. So I have like two favorites that I always like to use. The first one is Master Contour by Face Studio, and it's Maybelline. It's like a contour set, but it also has a highlighter that I really like. So I use that, and then I also like have my favorite, obviously, my Anastasia Beverly Hills. And it is the Gleam Kit, and it's definitely like one of my favorites, like probably best purchase I've ever purchased. So those are the two that I use, and I first use the highlighter that is in the Master Contour, and so I usually just apply right above where I did my contour and then my blush. So I'll usually just take a brush like this. I also have a smaller one that I sometimes use as well. And what you're gonna do is just kind of start from like mid cheek where your blush is and kind of go up lightly, and then I kind of go up a little bit on the side, so kind of like in an L formation. So you kind of get that look going on, which is like super pretty. And so I'll do that on the other side as well. Even an L. And then I'll usually just go over it one more time on each side, and then I kind of just dust the tip of my nose and then go back to this side. You guys can see that really well. Okay, and then I go ahead and take my Anastasia, which is like, I would say a lot brighter and a lot more shiny. So I usually take the smaller one, and I like the Crushed Pearl. So this one. And I kind of just do a little bit on like the brush, and then kind of go in a circular motion up. And then again, kind of like in an L. And then I do the same thing on the other side. So kind of in a circular motion going up and then up a little bit like in an L. And then I do a little on my nose. And then sometimes I'll take like my finger and just dust in kind of like that little crease that's like right above your lips. Not like too much, but just a little bit so that you kind of have that glow. And then I'll also like take a bigger brush and then hit like either the Starburst, which is this one, or the Mimosa, which I also really like. It's kind of goldy. So if I kind of put on like a real blushy color already, I'll go ahead and use the Mimosa, which is more of like a bronzy, and kind of just dab in a little bit and kind of just finish it off on both sides. Again, my nose just a little bit, and then you can take this smaller brush again and just kind of run there. So that's kind of what I like to do. And then I'll also take the Crushed Pearl sometimes and do kind of like right underneath my eyebrow is kind of just like a little highlight, which I like think is really pretty. So I'm gonna do that on this side too. And it's like super simple, and it doesn't take that long just to like touch on these certain spots that like really help your makeup to glow and like stand out. So that's kind of like what I do like on the regular if I'm going out or whatever. It's like not too much, and I feel like it just gives you a pretty glow. So again, I use the Master Contour by Face Studio, and that's Maybelline, and you can get this at like Walgreens or any of the drugstores. It's like really not that expensive, and it works amazing. And then of course my Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is like a little bit more on the expensive side. I think it's like $40 or something. So both like are awesome. You can either use like one or the other or both. I just happen to have both and like to, I kind of figured out my own way of doing things and like to use both. So I hope that helps you guys and answers some of your questions about what kind of highlighter I use. So if you guys have any other requests or any other tutorials that you guys want to see about my makeup or anything like that, I'd love to hear your feedback on that. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I can't wait to hear from you.